carrying on, staying out late, and then you leave me alone. Then we take a break, so I had to move on so long. And see, the thing is, I know how we be getting it on. Cause you were my first love, and you were my first love. And every time that we talk is too much, and I can still feel it every time that we talk.
All right, welcome back to the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief. This is Sgt WarDawg, right? I'm the host of the Sgt WarDawg Network, and now streams on Roku with 6 original shows. Okay, now I got good news. All right, you know I'm a Marine grunt. You know I'm a rifleman in 0311. Right, I served 3 tours in Iraq. Right, I served the very first day of the Iraq War as a Marine saw gunner with an M249 in my hands. Now, I got good news for what's going on in the Middle East right now, though, right? The Marines are finally nearby, right? We are ready to get in the game if called on, okay? Good news here, reported by the Wall Street Journal, okay? The MU, Marine Expeditionary Unit, all right, has arrived in the Middle East, all right? A U.S. Marine Expeditionary Unit just hit the Middle East, and that's not routine, all right? I'm Sgt WarDawg, U.S. Marine Infantry Rifleman, 0311, with 3 tours in Iraq, right? Also, international relations major after the war. Now, listen up. When a MU shows up, it means one thing, all right? It means rapid response is now on deck. Got that? Now, a Marine Expeditionary Unit is about 2,200 Marines, right? And that's infantry, that's logistics, that's everything, all right? That is a fully self-contained, floating, offshore, ready to strike within hours U.S. Marine fighting force, all right? Now, check this out. The MUs, Marine Expeditionary Units, they don't deploy there for nothing, okay? This is force projection. This is deterrence, okay? Things escalate with Iran or regional threats, these Marines will be the first to go in, right? That is what I love about having Marine Expeditionary Unit now in the area, right? To deal with, possibly deal with what we see going on. Okay, so check this out, though, all right? Having that Marine Expeditionary Unit, the MU, in the area, okay? That doesn't mean that this is an invasion, okay? This is just position, okay? But once they're in the place, the U.S. now has immediate boots on the ground capability anywhere within that region, okay? Now, for the real breakdown, what this means next, check out the next episode of the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief, now available on Roku and Spotify. Visit SgtWarDawgTV.com for more information. Got me? This is Sgt WarDawg with another edition of the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief. Now that we know Marines are in the area, baby. The MU is in the Middle East. We are ready to touch down, whoop ass if we have to, or if we are called on. All right, just Sgt WarDawg, WarDawg Global Conflict Brief. Salute. Hi, this is Sgt WarDawg. I'm the owner of Sgt WarDawg TV, the new war and true crime network streaming on Roku and Spotify. All right, listen, you are just one decision away from being on TV. All right, I can help you get your content as a TV app on Roku, Fire TV. Right now, I've teamed up with TVAppbuilder.com. I am a reseller. Okay, check it out. I did it with no audience. All right, all you have to do is learn the system, upload your content, learn the platform. Let's get your content on Roku and Fire TV. Right? Salute. Visit SgtWarDawgTV.com or configure and build your app at apps.sergeantwardawgtv.com. Salute.
The thing is, I know how you be carrying on, staying out late, and then you leave me alone. Then we take a break, so I had to move on so long. And see, the thing is, I know how we be getting it on, 'cause you were my first love, and you were my first love. And every time that we talk, it's too much, and I can still feel it every time that we touch. And no, I love you so much, I had to move on so long. And see, the thing is, I know how we be getting it on, 'cause you were my first love, 'cause you were my first love.
Remember hanging out the school playing b-ball and shit. You used to post a nigga up and put that ass on it dick. Your mama loved me, daddy hated for the same old reason that you was crazy about a nigga. Did whatever to please me. I kept them letters that you wrote me, 'cause I knew you be back. Maybe the kids, but the husband, why you do me like that? Man, I was just playing that bitch years. I know you had to move on, and I ain't hate you. Wish you would've stopped and picked up the phone and say, hey, how you doing? Man, I'm straight on my height. I guess that's payback for them time when I was tricking that night. I lost my mind for a
I done made it to the top, grinding like a boss, so let's go. Get it how I live, and I ain't gonna let go. And I ain't gonna stop. Certified, I got the game on lock. Hey, I gotta keep it, handle my business. I made it to the top, grinding like a boss, so let's go. Get it how I live, and I ain't gonna let go. And I ain't gonna stop. Certified, I got the game on lock. Hey, I gotta keep it, handle my business. If you feel this way, don't stop, just get it. Don't stop, just get it. Don't stop, just get it. I got my poker face on, pay the cards that I'm dealt. I gotta get up off the porch and go and get it for sale. I gotta get that wealth.
All right. Welcome back to the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief. All right. This is war analysis from me, U.S. Marine Infantry Rifleman, Sgt WarDawg. All right. I actual war experience, 3 tours in Iraq consecutively. I was there the very first day of the Iraq War as a Marine saw gunner carrying M249. All right. 3 consecutive birthdays, turned 19, 20, and 21 in Iraq. Now, after the war, I majored in international relations at University of Central Florida, UCF. All right. While attending UCF, I was working for a defense contractor. Okay. So my perspective on war, international relations, and geopolitics comes from the perspective of a Marine rifleman and an international relations major and a defense contractor. Okay. But here's my perspective though. Let's talk about what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz. Okay. If the Strait of Hormuz shuts down, right, your gas prices will explode overnight. Here's why. Now, keep hearing about this location, right? Let's take a look at it, all right? We are talking about the Strait of Hormuz, right, in Iran. Okay, what you need to understand here is that about 90% of Iran's oil is made in that area before you see the strait, right? In the area that needs to pass through that strait in order to be released to the rest of the world. Okay, and from what the Wall Street Journal reports, about 20% of the world's oil comes from this location. So you understand why this is such an important and strategic location in terms of the war, geopolitics, international relations, energy prices, the entire international political economy. Now, let's take a look at this video so we actually see what's happening in real time, what the Iranians are doing, right? By limiting and stopping these ships full of oil from passing through the strait, they are therefore limiting the supply of oil to the rest of the world. What happens when anything is rare? Okay, when anything is one of one or one of 10, obviously it's going to cost more because there's less of it. That is what the Iranians are doing. They are withholding the oil in all those ships, right?
Please take me to the river, way down on the river.
The Iranians are withholding all these millions of barrels of oil from being released to the rest of the world, right? For energy use. Okay, let's take a look at this video so we get an idea of what's actually get a vision.
Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Take me to the river, way down on the river. Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Man, what's intuition? What is your opinion? I learned the several ways to listen, several eyes for vision. Alarm rang and time to work. You know that ain't no pressure.
All right, so as you can see, all right, all of those ships are being held up. All those ships that are holding millions of barrels of oil. All right, the Iranians are purposely holding those ships and those barrels of oil from the rest of the world's oil supply, therefore limiting, all right, and decreasing the available oil for the rest of the world, which drives the price up for us and the rest of the world as consumers. Okay, they are purposefully limiting, holding, blocking this strait from allowing ships full of oil to pass through, to be distributed around the world. Okay, this is a strategic move. This is a political move. It's a geopolitical move. This is a move that obviously affects international political economy. All right, one more time, just so we get an idea of what we're talking about here. All right, about 20% of the world's oil passes through that strait. Okay, it's created. 90% of Iran's oil is built in this little hidden area over here in the Persian Gulf. So I can't pinpoint the exact location for you on this map, but 90% of Iran's oil is made in that Persian Gulf area, all right? And then it needs to pass through that little small Strait of Hormuz, okay? It needs to pass through there to be distributed through the rest of the world. But as you see in the video, right, this is what you need to understand. If you didn't understand it, or you keep hearing about the Strait of Hormuz, you want to understand exactly what's going on. What are they talking about? This is what's going on, right? The Iranians are holding these ships full of oil back, right, from being distributed to the rest of the world. By doing this, it drives the price of oil up around the world because they are purposefully limiting the amount of the oil supply for the rest of the world. What happens when you make anything rare or you decrease the supply of anything? The price is going to go up, right? You have 20 of something and you drop down to 5, then you're going to charge a lot more for those 5 so you can still make your profit, right? Same things happen. They are purposefully limiting and decreasing the global oil supply, right? By holding these ships back. And again,
please take me to the river, way down on the river. Take me to the river, way down on the river. Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Man, what's intuition? What is your opinion? I learned the several ways to listen, several eyes for vision. Alarm rang and time to work. You know that ain't no pressure.
All right, now listen. If the Strait of Hormuz shuts down, your gas prices are going to explode overnight, right? Here's why, right? I'm Sgt WarDawg, U.S. Marine Infantry Rifleman with 3 tours in Iraq, right? After the war, majored in international relations, okay? So I understand war from the perspective of going in people's houses with a gun and from studying international relations and geopolitics, Okay, here on the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief, all right, we are talking about what is going on with the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, we are talking about what is happening with the Strait of Hormuz with the Iranians. Okay, right now, obviously, tensions with the Iranians are rising again, right? The Strait of Hormuz, which is a narrow waterway between Iran and Oman, moves about 20% of the world's oil supply. Okay, remember I said that earlier, all right? This little area, this little small area that we are talking about, right? This little small little slit, this strait, right, moves about 20% of the world's oil supply every single day. Okay. So again, what are the Iranians doing purposefully here? They are blocking these ships from passing through that strait to be distributed to the rest of the world. They are blocking 20% of the world's oil supply, right? 20% of the oil that is needed, right, around the world. The Iranians are blocking in this way. Let's take.
Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Take me to the river, way down on the river. Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Please take me to the river, way down on the river. Man, what's intuition? What is your opinion? I learned there's several ways to listen, several eyes for vision. Alarm ringing, time to work. You know that ain't no pressure.
All right, one more time. Shout out to Jay Fishman Arts and his song Waterways, right? You know, we do promote artists here on Sgt WarDawg TV. All right, so you can see, all right, it's clear as day what the Iranians are doing, okay? They know that that little area controls 20% of the world's entire oil supply, okay? What are they doing? They are purposely blocking ships and the oil from coming through that area. Now check this out. This isn't new, okay? All right. If Iran blocks or even threatens this route with mines, drones, fast attack boats, oil tankers will stop moving. That hits the global oil supply instantly, and oil prices will spike fast. All right. Now, this isn't new. All right. Iran has threatened this before, but every time tensions rise, the risks become real. All right. The markets react before anything even happens. All right. Check it out. All right. For full breakdowns and real world analysis, watch the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief on Roku, or you can listen to episodes of this show on Spotify. Right? Be sure to visit SgtWarDawgTV.com to find out any of the latest information, what is happening with the show or with the network. Okay, that concludes this episode of the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief. Everything you've been hearing about Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, so you understand why it is so strategically important in terms of geopolitics, war, oil, money, everything. Right? This is Sgt WarDawg. Check us out. Remember, this episode is available on Roku as well as on Spotify. First 3 episodes of this entire series, the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief, are available for free. Okay. Now, after the 3rd episode, though, you have to become a subscriber. Okay. So if you're watching on your Roku device, you just head over to Sgt WarDawg TV, create an account, log in, come back to your Roku device, log in there, and then you can continue watching our shows right on your TV screen. Okay. Just log in to Sgt WarDawg TV, create an account, come back, log in on your TV. You're good to go. Right. You're good to catch every single episode. All right. One sign up, one subscription will unlock access to every single show, all 6 shows offered here, Sgt WarDawg TV and the Sgt WarDawg TV network. All right, this has been the WarDawg Global Conflict Brief, April 7th, 2026. Salute. Hey, this is Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network on Roku and Spotify. Listen, people think I'm getting paid, but check this out. People think Roku pays me, right? But they don't, all right? I built this network, which means you can too. You can build your own TV, right? Have it streaming on Roku and Fire TV. I teamed up TV app builder. I'm a reseller. Okay, visit SgtWarDawgTV.com or apps.SgtWarDawgTV.com. Let's get your content streaming on Roku, Fire TV too, just like I. Right? Salute.
In my voice, I was born in poverty, I wasn't given a choice. So when the river comes, if I'm making it rain, stop lying in your DNA prices fresh, we get it in the tide, grinding like a boss, so let's go. Get it how I live, and I ain't gonna let go, and I ain't gonna stop. Certified, I got the game on lock. Hey, I gotta keep it, handle my business if you feel this way. Don't stop, just get it. Don't stop, just get it. Don't stop, just get it. They say the top, and I'm better than the bottom, but my bottom is they top, cause I got this game on lock, so you know I ain't gon' stop. From the 229 to 61 do, it ain't no telling what this fly-ass nigga might do, cause I was born in the gutter with the roaches and rats, but I was raised by real hustlers who are pushing it back. If your face guarding good, they ain't selling you jack, and if you can't hold the weight, well homie, bring it on back. See, you hustle for bitches, and I hustle for riches. See, I'm a real street nigga, ain't no fakeness up in me. Real recognized, real, and you ain't looking familiar, just because you got
And 2, you can build your own TV, right? Have it streaming on Roku and Fire TV. I teamed up TV app builder. I'm a reseller. Okay, visit SgtWarDawgTV.com or apps.SgtWarDawgTV.com. Let's get your content streaming on Roku, Fire TV too, just like I. Right? Salute.
in my voice, I was born in poverty, I wasn't given a choice. So when the river comes, if I'm making it rain, stop lying in your DNA prices fresh, we get it in the tide, grinding like a boss, so let's go. Get it how I live, and I ain't gonna let go, and I ain't gonna stop. Certified, I got the game on lock. Hey, I gotta keep it, handle my business if you feel this way. Don't stop, just get it. Don't stop, just get it. Don't stop, just get it. They say the top, and I'm better than the bottom, but my bottom is they top, cause I got this game on lock, so you know I ain't gon' stop. From the 229 to 61 do, it ain't no telling what this fly-ass nigga might do, cause I was born in the gutter with the roaches and rats, but I was raised by brothers who are pushing it back. If your face guarding good, they ain't selling you jack. And if you can't hold the weight, but homie, bring it on back. See, you hustle for bitches, and I hustle for riches. See, I'm a real street nigga, ain't no fakeness up in real. Real recognized, real, and you ain't looking familiar. Just because you got
I'm Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network on Roku. 7 original war and true crime TV shows. Now, I wasted 7 years hosting on YouTube, right? I wasted 7 years hosting content. Nothing, right? I had 2,000 subscribers, making no money, getting no traction. So I stopped chasing followers and built my own TV channel on Roku. Here's what my channel looks like. Now, my content streams like this. I'll show you how to do it. Visit SgtWarDawgTV.com and apps.SgtWarDawgTV.com to log into your own TV, Roku, Fire TV. Salute. All right, so here it is. I am Sgt WarDawg. All right, owner of Sgt WarDawg TV, the war and true crime streaming platform on Roku and Spotify with 6 original shows. All right, I have the opportunity to allow you to also stream your own content on Roku and Fire TV. All right, I've teamed up with TV App Builder. Okay, I'm a reseller with them. Now, you can scan the QR code that you see in front of you, right? We can get your content also on Roku and Fire TV ASAP, okay? Doesn't matter the genre, doesn't matter the category. You know that I'm a Marine and I got my 6 shows up. You can do the exact same thing with you and your content, okay? Visit SgtWarDawgTV.com. You can access your own TV app for Roku and Fire TV at apps.SgtWarDawgTV.com. All right, this is Sgt WarDawg. Salute. All right, this is Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network, independent streaming platform owned by Marine, infantry, grunt, or veterans. 3 tours in Iraq. I have my own independent streaming platform with 6 original shows, now streaming on Roku and Spotify. Now look, check this out. You can do this exact same thing for you. I teamed up with TV App Builder, okay? I'm a reseller, TVAppBuilder.com. Same way I got my entire network up on Roku and soon on Fire TV as an app, okay? We can do this exact same thing for you and your content and your particular niche or genre. Okay, see what I did as a Marine, get my own war and true content distributed around the world. We do the exact same thing for you. Okay, I teamed up with TV App Builder, right? They have over 350 TV apps launched, okay, on Roku and Fire TV. We can do the exact same thing for you, no matter your genre or your content. All right, team up with me. Onboard you, allow you to log in, apps.SgtWarDawgTV.com, and you begin to upload your own content. Okay? Get yourself approved with Roku and Fire TV and get your own content, your own network, your own independent ownership of a network. Okay? And this does not require you to have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers. Okay? If you ever felt, hey, I have great content, but I don't have millions of followers on YouTube, TikTok, any of the other social platforms, okay? That is fine. Okay. This platform, TV app builder, I now have Sgt WarDawg TV, now allows you to monetize your content without having millions of followers. Okay. Same way I did. Okay. Got my own marine content and my true crime content up on Roku and hopefully soon on Fire TV as well. Okay. We can do the exact same thing for you. Visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com to learn more on how we can build your own TV app for Roku and Fire TV. Okay? And you can log into your own app and control your own app at SergeantWarDawgTV.com. All right, it's your boy, Sgt WarDawg. Hey, check out my show. And let's get your content up as well. Let's lock in your digital media legacy on life forever, baby. Let's get your content, you, your brand, your show, your podcast, your church, your coaching, your media, whatever it is, dog. Whatever it is. All right. I teamed up with the right people. You don't need Hollywood anymore. Let's lock in. Let's get you to the right particular service. Get your content seen by possible millions, Roku, and Fire TV. Visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com to find out how we can help you become the ultimate global creator. Salute. All right, it's the Sgt WarDawg, owner of Sgt WarDawg TV, now streaming on Roku and Spotify. Okay, 6 original true crime shows. Now, I've teamed up with TV app builder. Okay, I'm a reseller for their platform. I can help you get your content and your specific category up on Roku and Fire TV as well. All right, visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com. You can access your own TV app for Roku and Fire TV apps at SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Let's lock in your digital media legacy for life. Okay, let's get your brand, your company, your mission on TV, on Roku and Fire TV. Check me out, Sgt WarDawg. Salute. Look, creators, this is Sgt WarDawg. All right, I'm the owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network, now streaming on Roku and Spotify. Right? It's an independent war and true crime network. I want to know from you as a creator, whether you're a podcaster, an author, TV show host, web TV show host, you run a docu-series, web series, whatever your content or genre is. Do you want to be on TV? Are you ready to be on TV? Are you ready to take your content past YouTube alone? Do you want to have paid subscribers for your content, even though you might not meet the YouTube requirements or TikTok or everywhere else of having hundreds of thousands or millions of followers? Fine. Now have the answer. Okay? This is the cheat code. Sgt WarDawg TV has teamed up with TVAppBuilder.com. Okay? I am now a reseller with TVAppBuilder.com. The same way you see my platform now streaming on Roku and hopefully soon on Fire TV, we can do the exact same thing for you, your show, your content. Now, are you serious? Are you committed? Are you a starting type of creator? That's what I need to know. All right. Do you need to be spoon fed? Have your hand held? Because if so, maybe this isn't the platform for you. But if you know how to rock your own content, upload your own content, configure your own pages, your own specifications, and customize things the way you would like to, just as I did with my own channel that's now streaming on Roku, this is the platform for you. Okay. Just as I have SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Okay. I'm teaming up with TV app builders. You can do the exact same thing. Whether you are a podcaster, a church, a media organization, a freelancer, an independent media organization, it does not matter. Do you want your own TV app up on Roku and Fire TV? This is no coding required. TV app builder is the cheat code. I got my entire network up and in a paid subscriber platform status within days. You can do the exact same thing. Scan my QR code, visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com or visit apps.SergeantWarDawgTV.com, which is the landing page for you to log into and configure and build your own TV app for Roku and Fire TV. Okay? Hey, this is the cheat code. This is it. It's that simple. All right? Please take advantage. I hope you take advantage, just as I. Okay? Uh, Visit my channel on Roku. Visit my website, SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Find out what's going on with me, my shows, or this incredible new option that you have to get yourself and your content TV on Roku and Fire TV. All right? Don't just be the creator who's limited to being on one platform for life. It's no reason. You're better than that. Your content is better than that. Let's get you global. Let's get you seen around the world. Salute. Hey, guess what? Sgt WarDawg TV now offers pyro. Yes, we sell non-lethal pyro. I am a pyro dealer for IWA International Inc. Please contact SergeantWarDawgTV.com or info@SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Now, this is for professional use only. You must pass the online IWA International Inc. Pyro certification. Okay, before I can provide you with pyro. But this is for professional use only, for individuals, for military use, security use, the film industry, or even paint and paintball and airsoft awards. All right, you were looking for pyro that you see offered by IWA International Inc. I am your guy. I am your dealer. Doesn't matter if it's smoke grenades. Doesn't matter if it's any of the other amazing pyro that you see them offer. I am your dealer in the Florida area, in the Central Florida area. All right. Sgt WarDawg TV is now a pyro dealer for IWA International Inc. Whatever you see them offering, I can now offer to you as well, as long as you pass the online IWA International Inc. pyro certification process and class. All right. This is Sgt WarDawg. Let's get you popping. Let's get you booming. Literally. All right. Salute. Visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Contact me at info@SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Salute. Hello, this is Sgt WarDawg. I'm the owner of Sgt WarDawg TV, the independent streaming platform now available on Roku and Spotify. All right, I have 6 original war true crime web TV shows. Now, what I want to know is, are you interested in streaming your content, your show, your music, your comedy on an actual TV show network that streams on Roku and Spotify? Right? Now, if you are, let me know. Head over to SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Check out my stream on the network section. Okay, you are interested in having your own TV show, documentary, film, music, whatever your content is, it does not matter to me. I'm Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network on Roku. 7 original war and true crime TV shows. Now, I wasted 7 years hosting on YouTube, right? I wasted 7 years hosting content, nothing, right? I had 2,000 subscribers, making no money, getting no traction. So I stopped chasing followers and built my own TV channel on Roku. Here's what my channel looks like. Now, my content streams like this. I'll show you how to do it. Visit SrgtWarDawgTV.com and apps.SrgtWarDawgTV.com to log into your own TV app for Roku and Fire TV. Salute. I'm Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network on Roku, the new war and true crime network with 6 original web TV shows. Now, look, you're building the wrong thing, okay? You're not failing as a creator. Look, this is Sgt WarDawg. All right, this is Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network on Roku. All right, listen, you are building the wrong thing, okay? As a creator, you're not failing because you're building the wrong thing, okay? You're building TikTok and YouTube, but that is not your own platform. You need to build your own TV, all right? Just like I did on Roku. Learn how to build yours, all right? Visit SrgtWarDawgTV.com, apps.SrgtWarDawgTV. Learn to build your own Roku Fire TV app, just like I did. Salute. Hey, it's the Sgt WarDawg, owner of Sgt WarDawg TV network, right? 6 original shows on Roku and Spotify right now. All right, check this out. This is not a followers required type of platform, okay? I can help you get yourself, your content, your genre of content on Roku and Fire TV, okay? I teamed up with TV app builder, okay? I'm a reseller partner. Can help you get your own Roku and Fire TV app. Okay. Now listen, this is a no followers required type of engagement. Okay. You do not need 1 million followers to be on TV, to be on Roku or Fire TV. I don't have it, but I'm still on Roku because I built my own channel. I'll show you how as well. Visit SrgtWarDawgTV.com and apps.SrgtWarDawgTV.com. We get you your own Roku Fire TV channel up as soon as possible. Salute. This is Sgt WarDawg, owner of Sgt WarDawg TV, the new war and true crime network on Roku and Spotify. Listen, all right, creators, stop trying to go viral. Okay? That is the number one missing piece. So many creators try to follow in order to get themselves seen and known. Okay? All right, this is Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV streaming platform on Roku and Spotify, right? Bringing you war, true crime. Now listen, I can help you get your own TV app on Roku and Fire TV. Listen though, creators, you need to stop trying to go viral, okay? Trying to go viral is the worst thing you can choose. It doesn't pay. It doesn't last. Ownership does, okay? And that's why I built my own Roku TV channel. You can learn how to build yours too. Visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com. You can log into your own app, apps.SergeantWarDawgTV.com. I'm also teaching classes on how to become a better global creator or run your own TV network or streaming platform on school, and video courses will be available on TikTok. Sgt WarDawg, Sgt WarDawg TV. Let's get your brand and your content on Roku and Fire TV. Salute. Hey, this is Sgt WarDawg, owner of the Sgt WarDawg TV network on Roku and Spotify. Listen, people think I'm getting paid, but check this out. People think Roku pays me, right? But they don't, all right? I built this. I built this network, which means you can too. You can build your own TV, right? I'm streaming on Roku and Fire TV. I teamed up TV app builder. I'm a reseller. Okay, visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com or apps.SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Let's get your content streaming on Roku, Fire TV too, just like I. Right? Salute. Hi, this is Sgt WarDawg. I'm the owner of Sgt WarDawg TV, the new war and true crime network streaming on Roku and Spotify. All right, listen, you are just one decision away from being on TV. All right, I can help you get your content as a TV app on Roku, Fire TV right now. I've teamed up with TVAppBuilder.com. I am a reseller. Okay, check it out. I did it with no audience. All right. All you have to do is learn the system, upload your content, learn the platform. Let's get your content on Roku and Fire TV. Right. Salute. Visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com or configure and build your app at apps.SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Salute. Hi, this is Sgt WarDawg, owner of Sgt WarDawg TV network, now streaming on Roku and Spotify, bringing you 6 original war true crime shows. All right, look, creators, I can help get your content on Roku and Fire TV. Listen up. Nobody is coming to discover your content, right? That is the hard truth. Even something I had to learn as a Marine with 3 tours in Iraq with an amazing story to tell. So this is what you do. You either keep posting or you build something real. Now, personally, I chose TV. I'll show you how as well, right? Get your content, get your TV app up on Roku and Fire TV. Just sit around waiting for viewers on YouTube for years, like I do. Okay, don't sit around thinking you aren't qualified to have paid subscribers for your content, like I do. Let's bypass. I found the cheat code. Teamed up TV app builder. We can now get your TV app up. Roku, Fire TV. Visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com to learn more information. I can help you get your content and your app up on Roku and Fire TV. And we can build your app. Apps.SergeantWarDawgTV.com. Salute. Hey, this is Sgt WarDawg, right? This is Sgt WarDawg, the owner of Sgt WarDawg TV network, now streaming Roku and Spotify. Listen, you are indie creator, okay? You would like to have your music featured on the Sgt WarDawg TV network. Hey, come holler at me, all right? I run a 24/7 streaming platform. We can stream your content, your songs that you've seen, known, heard around the world, right? Let's get your show out there. Let's get your music out there. Let's get you pop. All right. Hey, you can see the examples of artists that I already have streaming on the platform. All right. Head over to Roku right now. Search my name, see on my hat, Sgt WarDawg TV, Sgt WarDawg TV Network. See the other independent artists that I rep and have been repping since 2019. All right. If you head to SoundCloud, right? Head to SoundCloud, search for the Sergeant's playlist. You will see over 100 artists that I have repped and promoted, whether it's through my social media, through my outdoors TV content, through my war content. All right. Do the exact same thing for you, but now on a bigger scale since I'm on Roku. All right, check me out. Right, scan the QR code. Right, please. Let me get some of these things off the screen so you can have a chance to see what's that play. Right, scan the QR code that you see in front of you. Right, if you are an indie artist, all right, do you want your music videos played? I can do that. I can provide that for you. I can stream your music videos on my 24/7 live stream or on demand. All right. I can package your reels into up to 1 hour increments. All right. Create a 1 hour show, nothing but you, your music videos, your content, run you on my network on Roku. All right. Now, if you, like I said, you are an indie artist, okay? And you are looking to have the ultimate global exposure on a true TV network, an independent streaming platform, owned by a veteran, owned by a Marine, owned by a 3-time Iraq war veteran, right? Please hit me up, whether it's DM or email info@sergeantwardawgtv.com or visit my website, sergeantwardawgtv.com. All right. See all of the information and the options I have for streaming on the Sgt WarDawg TV network as an indie artist, or if you want to stream excuse me, as an indie creator, right? I can get you the type of exposure and rotations that you've been looking for. All right. Combine your music, your rhymes with my war, true crime, and outdoors TV content. We can get it popping, man. We can run the table on your name. Let's get it going, all right? It's Sgt WarDawg, Sgt WarDawg TV. Remember, again, visit visit Sergeant's playlist on SoundCloud. See over 100 tracks that I've promoted, whether it's on my video content or my social media since 2019. All right, know what I'm doing. Get you seen, I get you heard. Now that I'm on Roku, I can get your content pumped around the world. All right, yeah. Sgt WarDawg, Sgt WarDawg TV network. Right, you're an individual artist, an indie artist that's out trying to get your music heard, played, promo, or your music videos. Hey, I'm your dude. Hit me up. It's rock. Let's get your music videos played on my 24/7 live stream and offered as a individual on-demand TV show on my network on Roku. All right, Sgt WarDawg. Salute.